protecting the environment was of course close to my grandmother's heart, and I know she would have been delighted to hear about this event and the support you're all giving our Earthshot finalists, the next generation of environmental pioneers. Together in this room are the people and organisations who will help us to achieve the Earthshot mission, to repair, restore and rejuvenate our planet within this current decade. That mission is not simple. Just as President John F. Kennedy so famously said, as he challenged the United States of America to unite behind the goal of putting man on the moon, we choose to do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. I know that the world is an uncertain place right now, that many families and communities across the globe are facing unimaginable challenges, from conflict to energy crisis and food shortages. While addressing these in the short term, we must also remain resolutely focused on tackling the greatest challenges that threaten our tomorrow. Because if we don't, the changing climate will only serve to entrench these immediate challenges into fundamental global issues, severely impacting the lives of each and every one of us. That is why our collective mission is so urgent. But there is huge reason to be optimistic. The 2021 cohort of Earthshot winners and finalists is evidence that we can succeed, that we can protect our world for our children, our grandchildren, and the generations that will follow them. These pioneers exemplify the leadership needed in this decade of change. They include inspiring activists, brilliant innovators, a forward-thinking city, and even an entire country making a real difference. But they cannot do it alone. This must be a team effort. We must come together behind their innovative solutions to ensure they reach their full potential with pace and scale.
While my message today is one of gratitude and encouragement, I also acknowledge that you cannot succeed in isolation. As government, we have a responsibility to create the incentives and the space for you to flourish, a receptive environment for change, and the accountability that comes with guardianship. In many nations, the foundation for this approach has been laid for us long ago if we choose to listen. Where I come from, Aotearoa, New Zealand, a beautiful place you must visit, our Indigenous people hold a worldview that every single living and non-living thing is connected. Our people, our plants, our animals, descendants of Ranganui, the Sky Father, and Papatuanuku, the Earth Mother, and their children. And so it follows that people and nature are kin, are family. And we must care for one another in the spirit of kaitiakitanga, which translates into guardianship by the people of the land for the next generation. In short, ko ahau te taiao, ko te taiao ko ahau. I am the environment, and the environment is me. Our life source, our economy, our future. Now, I've seen this in action firsthand many times, not least in my own backyard, the Pacific, where the ocean is a source of protein, income, culture, and connection. And now it is a source of challenge as it rises up and begins to inundate small island nations. It can be confronting to hear and see the stories of just how real these challenges are, but none of us are here because we have given up, but because we believe there is a way to change the future.
We are not only part of the nature, but we are nature. Nature is living element. For Indigenous people, nature is whole. Our planet is alive. The rivers are her blood. The trees are her hair. The soil, her skin. The wind, her breeze. And Indigenous peoples, our planet, they know they are the doctor. We are protecting 80% of the world's biodiversity because our way of life do not harm nature. At the opposite, we strengthen ecosystems. We improve biodiversity by cooperating with the birds and trees, listening to the winds, observing the cloud, learning from even the little insect. We protect nature by setting up our own limits. We don't take more that Mother Earth can give, and we give back. We protect the sacred trees. We don't destroy field of the medicinal plants. We choose preciously the animal that we can kill just to keep the balance of the ecosystem.
As all of us know in this fight, no one can afford to sit on the sidelines. No one can claim that climate change is somebody else's problem or shrug it off for future generations to address. We're all affected by a warming planet. We see that every day. And decisions being made right now will determine our shared tomorrow. So we must choose, and we must act as united nations ourselves. Our progress depends on collective action, on collective ingenuity. If we stick together, we can make fixing the climate the greatest project and greatest achievement of our lifetimes. We have the science, we have the solutions. Now all the world needs is political will. Together, we can create a future where rampant carbon is removed from the atmosphere, where green buildings and green business transform the livability of communities, where easy access to renewable energy enables greater equity, where sustainable agriculture feeds a growing global population. The needs are urgent, and the costs of inaction are worse than any nightmare. But let us be driven by hope, not fear, by optimism, not despair. Because hope is not passive. Hope is the ultimate source of renewable energy, pushing us forward every day to try and try again.
Today, the Earthshot Prize Innovation Summit, in partnership with Mike Bloomberg and Bloomberg Philanthropies, will ask each and every one of us what we can do to accelerate progress to repair our planet this decade, and offer solutions on how to collaborate to drive this ambitious but essential climate agenda. We will continue to drive impact around system-changing climate solutions and amplify the Earthshot Prize's call to accelerate progress to repair our planet through collaboration and innovation. But most importantly, we will remind ourselves what can be achieved when we turn pessimism to optimism and optimism into action.
Coming up, more from the panelists and finalists here at the Earthshot Prize Innovation Summit. This is Bloomberg.